Was peace Ukraine's missed jackpot? With Russia knocking on the door, did Ukraine bet on the wrong hand? Are Western allies singing peace songs or missing the beat? US aid dwindles, Ukraine's future fiddles. Is this the discordant end to a costly symphony? From soldiers to statistics, Ukraine's youth lost, its military transformed. Is the final chapter a sobering loss or a prelude to uncertain peace?
Welcome to TFIGlobal, the antidote to mass delusion.
The long and arduous Russia-Ukraine conflict has come to a close, marking a significant turning point. Sadly, Ukraine emerges from this struggle with immense loss, prompting serious concerns about its future. For months, Russia had kept the door open for negotiations with Ukraine, seeking peace. Unfortunately, Ukraine's stance against peace talks resulted in immense casualties, with a staggering loss of nearly its entire young generation to war. Ukraine's refusal to peace might have saved the lives of around 400,000 Ukrainian men. The toll of this conflict has been devastating, predominantly affecting Ukraine's young generation, leaving an indelible mark. Recent discussions among Western allies advocating for peace talks have stirred apprehension in Kiev. Alexei Danilov, Ukraine's National Security and Defense Council Secretary, expressed worry about Western allies driven by a rudimentary fear of Russia. Danilov contends that Moscow comprehends only force and champions a belief that the conflict signifies a struggle between democracy and tyranny. Meanwhile, Ukraine emphasizes the need for increased Western support to restore its borders and bolster its economic standing. However, the US has declined further aid, asserting Ukraine's deep dependency on this assistance. US Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin's visit to Kiev offered moral support but lacked new military assistance, further complicating Ukraine's situation. With most of the allocated $60 billion for Ukraine already spent, the Pentagon faces critical financial constraints. Reports indicate a dwindling budget, leaving only approximately $1 billion. The slow delivery of Western arms compounds Ukraine's predicament, with pleas for congressional aid remaining unheeded. Ukraine's refusal of peace talks, coupled with diminishing US aid and financial constraints, has left the country in a precarious state. The toll on Ukraine's young generation and military forces is evident. The impact of the Russia-Ukraine conflict on Ukraine's military forces has been staggering, with a profound shift in demographics and the toll on troops escalating. As the crisis unfolded, Ukraine's military faced a significant demographic shift. The average age of its soldiers soared from 30 to 35 to approximately 43. The heavy casualties compelled draft officers to enlist older individuals, altering the composition of Ukraine's armed forces. President Zelensky's administration contends not just with betrayals from allies, but also internal discord amid the ongoing conflict. The toll on troops remain undisclosed officially, yet estimations by the US suggest casualties nearing 500,000. Recent reports from a Ukrainian civic group indicate confirmed deaths of nearly 25,000 Ukrainian soldiers since Russia's invasion in February 2022, with the overall toll surpassing 30,000. However, Kiev treats these losses as a state secret, refraining from disclosure to prevent potential harm to their war efforts. In August, the New York Times cited anonymous US officials approximating the Ukrainian death toll close to 70,000. These sources indicated that the actual figure might be higher, speculating that many of the 15,000 troops listed as missing were likely deceased. The refusal of further aid by the West, coupled with persuasion for peace talks, has left Ukraine in a dire state. The toll on its soldiers and the transformation of its armed forces underscore the gravity of the situation. Looks like the final scorecard reads "War's over, Ukraine 0, Russia 1." A sobering end to a conflict that leaves Ukraine at a loss. Let's hope peace finds a better scoreboard.